Okay, remember, if you'd like to get your views on the SportsMax Zone, you can email us at zone@sportsmax.tv. You can also send in your comments via Twitter at SportsMax Zone, as well as BlackBerry Messenger 230-698-B9, sponsored by Digicel. Now, are Jamaicans born to run? This is the issue we're pressing. With the boys and girls championship underway, the London 2012 Games fast approaching, the world tuned into Jamaica's track and field talents. Now, following the continued dominance of the sprints on the world stage, these two gentlemen joining us on the SportsMax Zone set, Andrew Burton and Todd Crow, are producers of a documentary titled Born to Run. The documentary seeks to educate the world on why Jamaica has been churning out so many world beaters in the sprints. With the high school championship underway, we will ask these gentlemen how much of a role they feel the championship has played in contributing to Jamaica's success. But first of all, Andrew and Todd, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. Great to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Okay, and first of all, Andrew, the title of your documentary, Born to Run, suggests that there is a feeling based on the theme of your documentary that Jamaicans, it may be genetic with the Jamaicans and their affinity to running fast.
Yeah, that point has been brought up. The affinity, the thought process is at this point, their ability, the dominance is there and it's been there. Now it's just more pronounced, but if you check back, there's been some form of whether Jamaican-born sprinter or Jamaican representing Jamaica in the finals for a very long time. And what we've done is we haven't really looked to answer the question. We've kind of put all the different puzzles to say these are factors that play a big role in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Tad, you have obviously done some work on research on the Jamaicans and things. Don't you think that the development and the infrastructure of the country's track and field fraternity have contributed a lot to the success at the international level?
Well, it's kind of amazing what Jamaica's done. I grew up watching track and field at the Olympics mostly. It's kind of an American time to watch track and fields during the Olympics. And yeah, it's just, I'm always rooting for USA, but we can't get a win. You know, it's like, what's going on? So my partner, Andrew, he's run track, and he knows a lot about the sport. And I kind of just, you know, I'm a bystander. I'm interested in the sport, but he knows a lot more than me. But I wanted to know myself. I was like, how are these guys doing this? So yeah, we came over here, and it's been amazing. I mean, the amount of enthusiasm you guys have for it, the turnout you guys have. I mean, it's blowing my mind, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. And to follow up with that too, I mean, obviously the infrastructure. I mean, there's no question. You ask anybody, Champs is unlike any other event. Again, comparable even to the Olympics. There's many people that we've interviewed, and they've actually come out and said, listen, I've ran in the Olympics, and it's a joke compared to Champs. And when you hear that comparison, and it's across the board, everyone says, the famous term is when you walk out of that tunnel. And they said, you know, people just say they come out and they just see thousands and thousands of people. And to try to explain this to the world, yeah, you can't understand it. I mean, you actually have to come here and see the passion for track and field, and then when you start thinking about the infrastructure, you understand it.
Okay, all right, to our US-based producers, let's just give you a taste of the documentary that they have produced, Born to Run, a look at the Jamaican strength in track and field. Let's take a look at that now.
What thinking was fast is trifling. What you need to do is you need to ratchet up into the 21st century. Get out of the 20th century.
Now that you have guys like Bolt, Johan Blake, Nestor Carter, these guys are running fast, but they're not running the times at this point in time that we've never ran before either.
Everyone, has been saying that, I'm the trailblazer. I'm the one who went out there and showed everyone that, a Jamaican can do it. A Jamaican can break a world record.
I looked up to every Jamaican because they did well, and wherever we went, our names would always be on the top.
So clearly, from very early, you could see the emergence of this African connection with sprinting.
The idea that slaves were brought to Jamaica were actually faster than other people You know, we need to really look at that very carefully.
You know, track and field is still an individual sport, but as America as a whole, we want to bring home the most medals. You know, we do want to beat, you know, Jamaica because they're, you know, on the rise.
So I walk miles to school. You know, over the years, it's developed and it gives you this instinct now that when you get older, now you start running so fast. They're like, how do you do that? How do you do that? But they don't know that started from I'm like 4, 5, 6 years old.
I was born to run. Like the beach, feet prints in the sand. Only enemy time and time I advance. Every victory shared, I triumph for the fans. Find me with the winners, tell the sprinters, here I am. Born to run, not bred to run away. In adversity's face, take my country to great length. Leg strength, hands forward, up for my brethren. Running for the future with the essence of the present. I was born to run, to run, to run, to run. I was born to run, running for hope, for peace, for joy, for love, for life, for life, for life. Born to run.
Okay, Andrew and Todd, just a taste there of the documentary that you have produced, Jamaica Born to Run, Born to Run. Very, very comprehensive. You have interviewed so many personalities from different countries and so on, and different fields, and zoning in. And how often have you been to the high school? You're here partially because the championships are on again, but when was your first experience of the Boys and Girls Championship?
Actually, it was last year.
Last year.
We heard quite a bit about it in passing, just saying, you know, if you get a chance to go check it out, you probably want to go. Unfortunately, never had the opportunity till as we were developing in this to say, okay, we need to come and at least set the pace and get an idea of what we're looking at. And as I said, when we were able to come last year, it almost was just, we were stunned and went back. I remember we kind of went back to our hotel and just sat and looked at each other and said, it's just unbelievable. So, and following up with that, we came back again this year to kind of follow up and you know, get some more interviews, follow a few more athletes, and get another reaction. Again, this is especially this year because of the importance of this year in this country. Track and field, you know, is a staple of this country, and this being an Olympic year, from what we're told, this is probably the biggest champs ever, just because of performances and I guess the importance of it. So.
Yeah, you're certainly right about that. Now we're going to ask you to stay to the next segment when we go into the home stretch of our show and look at the championships, the performances yesterday, and talk to you and get some of your views, because Odale Todd, who you've already interviewed, I think he was one of the star performers in the preliminaries yesterday. He is the world youth champion over 100 meters and looking to win gold at the championship here. But he has a tough chance, a tough battle on his hands facing him. We'll be back with more on the Sports Max Zone in the home stretch after this.